All right, and welcome to the podcast. What do you have to say about the Syrian refugees?
Nothing.
Do you know anything about Syria?
I know they have good celery.
Wow.
I know they are um Syrians. They're serious a lot of the time.
Yeah, they're descended from the Assyrians.
All right, can we just start over? This was like all of a sudden. Let's just start over.
Okay. I know they love cereal.
All right, this is starting now. All right, 3, 2,
Two,
1.
one.
Welcome.
Now we're starting, and we're just conversing about comedy.
No, that was bad. All right, welcome to the podcast. What's the podcast name?
Pinky and the Brain.
Picking the Brain working title. Dude, I was thinking we could just have a different name every podcast.
Yeah, that way it'll be impossible to find.
No, I mean, we keep it the same channel. We just change the name every time.
We could call this episode False Start.
Okay, so let's recap what's going on right now.
We had a guest in your home yesterday who...
No, what are you doing? Don't talk about that.
Why?
Because it's rude.
I mean, it happened.
Dude, let's just start over.
Okay,
Dude,
3.
we need to we need to do it serious and
Everyone loves a good serious podcast.
I mean, but we need to have boundaries.
Yeah. Boundaries are good.
I don't know.
What is your favorite boundary?
My favorite boundary is maybe the Israeli-Palestine boundary.
That's a great boundary. We shouldn't
What
cross
is a
that
boundary?
boundary. A boundary is a limit.
Push it to the limit.
Yeah.
City limits.
Austin city limits. What do you think about smoking in bars?
I think it should be allowed, and I think that it's up to the bar to allow it.
But what about the employees that are forced to work in a smoking
Then don't work at the
environment?
bar.
So you're going to limit economic opportunity for people who want to live a long, healthy life?
Look, if it's a smoking bar, it's probably, dude, nobody gives a fuck. Like people who work at bars smoke. Like the type of people that work at bars smoke.
What about the 30% of people that don't?
Dude, then they can go work at a fucking cat bar or...
So you're limiting their opportunities?
Well, cat bars are limiting people's opportunities. People allergic to cats.
But that's not everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone
It's the
is,
same thing as smoking.
everyone has to breathe.
Yeah, and everybody has to be alive. And if I'm allergic to
I
cats,
think
I
the
can't
world
be alive.
is a better place if there are bars that aren't toxic and smell shitty.
Dude, I just think you want to control people for some reason.
I want to breathe. I want to be
Dude,
able to go into bars
you
and
don't
not have
even
to
go to
step
bars
outside
anyway.
every 5 minutes. Like city limits. I don't like being there because everyone's
is that a
smoking
smoking
inside.
bar?
Yeah.
Well, don't go there.
I don't,
Yeah.
but I wish I could.
So I have a variety of drinks today.
You have 3.
You know, I have one. This one's a people pleaser. This one's for the kids. And then this one is, let's try to get sponsored by Topo Chico.
Yeah, that's important. Corporate approval.
Yeah. Corporate approval always feels nice. It's like getting $1 as a kid.
Yeah.
Did
It's
you
like
get allowance as a
allowance.
kid?
Yeah, I think so.
How much was it?
Like $3 or something.
Yeah. Uh, Mine was 3 pesos.
Uh, do you think allowance is important for a child to learn how to spend money?
Um, I think I don't think it matters.
Yeah. I mean, we deal with other resources as kids, like pencils or, that we have to manage and not spend frivolously. So I don't know. I think it's all right to have allowance. But yeah, I mean, I'd love to make money, and if we can make money just off of this podcast, then we wouldn't need to work at a shitty job. We could just do what we love and get paid for it. That's ideal. So let's just do things we love until one of those things gets us paid.
Yeah, sure.
So just instead of like going to apply for jobs or like delivering groceries, we should just like constantly do things that we love to do that has a
Dude, but like
financial
I do need
chance.
money. Like, what do you want me to do?
I'm not criticizing you for working. I'm just saying like maybe that's an equally good strategy is to do things you love until one of them starts making you money. Thinking long term, investing in your future.
Yeah, my future is a risky stock.
If I were to bet against you, I think that would be a very foolish. If I were to short your stock, I think that would be
Thanks, man.
very dangerous.
100 on the Reilly.
On Reilly failing.
I'll take 100 on Reilly failing. Yeah, well, I think I like I want to do like a lot of things too.
Like rap.
Rap, sure. Wrap gifts, presents.
Comedy.
So, do you think the South Pole has elves and stuff?
Penguins. Maybe the elves were just penguins.
I saw this video that said like Santa Claus was originally this magic mushroom like shaman and like the village shaman, and like when the village got snowed in, he would drop the shrooms down the chimney.
Why would he climb the chimney? Oh, I guess it's like because the snow is so high.
Yeah. And he would be like wearing a red suit, and
Why a red suit?
'cause Santa. and then and then they would like trip balls and like.
Can you imagine if you were starving in your snowed out house and someone just gave you drugs? What the fuck? Give us bread.
Do you think drugs would be even fun if you're starving?
Yeah, it hit you fast because there's nothing in your stomach.
Yeah,
It'd just be
definitely.
like smoking.
Um, yeah. I mean, why do you think people like drugs so much?
Because our brains are very powerful and they're bored just going through normal life. We need to stimulate them.
Um, yeah. Well, it's kind of like not really stimulating. It's kind of like it's I feel like it's more like physically stimulating than mentally stimulating.
Yeah, so you feel good. You feel
Yeah, it's like
stimulated.
it's kind of like putting your brain like out of circuit for a bit.
Yeah, it's like putting it in happy juice.
Or it's just like, yeah, it's just like punching it or just like squeezing it or sucking it or
Yeah, massaging it.
I yeah. Yeah, your brain is so like it's funny how we all we do is want to like get wasted or faded as a
Yeah.
culture, and it's just like that just shows you how little we give a fuck or like uh
Yeah.
or it's just like I don't know. It's just like is that the thing you want to do?
Have you seen that Rick and Morty where he goes, Morty's dad goes into that realm where it's like his babysitting, where his dad is like a room full of his dad getting babysat.
Yeah.
And like in the beginning stages, they're all like fixing the cable or they're playing in the ball pit. But then once you get to the lower levels, they're all like doing drugs and smoking and playing poker.
Yeah, yeah.
I think like at the end of the day, like that's what we really want is just to
Right.
we bypass all the normal circuitry. We're like, oh, you're supposed to do something good and you get rewarded for it. But we're like, oh, I can just skip all that shit and just directly make it feel good. Like if you have that button, and especially if you're living a depressing life, then I think that becomes more alluring. And it's important to keep your brain healthy if you're living a depressing life. So making it happy is very important for your brain muscle.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like a cheat code.
Yeah.
It's like cheat code with consequences. It's like a cheat. It's like you cheated. You're cheating. Your teacher sees you cheating, but she's gonna stab you after this.
What about weed? There's not too many consequences with that.
Yeah, there is. You're looking at it right now.
I mean, you're great. You're a funny comedian. You're great at timing because of weed.
No, I'm horrible at timing because of weed.
You have a comedic timing.
I have a slow. I feel like Eeyore or like I feel like a snail, a slug.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, well, it doesn't like feel great, It's just like I want to use my brain fully, like how it's supposed to be.
Maybe that's how it's supposed to be.
Why? Why? I don't. If that's how it's supposed to be, then I wouldn't have to do it. I wouldn't have to get high.
Maybe you would have been
I'd
like
just
this
be
without
high
weed.
automatically.
You would have been like this anyways.
I don't think so, dude. Because like I think I was a different person before I started smoking weed.
Well, you obviously like it, so you have a personality that likes weed.
That's true.
And you've grown with this drug, and it's altered your brain into what it is now, which I don't think is a bad thing.
Yeah. I mean, whatever.
I mean, what is the ideal way you want to be?
I
And
want
I'll
to
tell you why
be
it's wrong.
like, I want to be like intelligent with my words. Like, I want to be concise and I want to put my words together easily and have a big vocabulary and know how to speak.
So you want to be British?
All right,
Confabulatory.
All right, governor.
Loquacious. I think like the way that you are is good because like it takes a while, but like once it comes out, it's like very accurate. You're very authentic. It's like whatever comes out is like what you actually think about whatever you're talking about. And I think that's good. I think if you're just like fast and just using big words, then you sound like a salesman or like a shuckster.
A shuckster?
Yeah.
A shucker? What's a shuckster?
An oyster shuckster. A shuckster is like a con man, like someone who's trying to sell you a used car.
Yeah. I don't know why anyone would do that job. Dude, like, uh, yeah, I mean, I tried sales, man. It's just like, dude, like, you gotta be like a true, you gotta be a true, um, guy who's like, who doesn't give a fuck about anything to be a sales. Like, you just like, it's like all about the sale.
Yeah.
It's just like, I mean, you can still give a fuck.
You have
But
to
I was just like the way I like
trick
to,
people.
I like, it's not even tricky, but it's just like, yeah, I mean, it's just like faking a conversation.
Yeah. You gotta say whatever you have to get the sale, whether it's true or not, and you have to
Yeah.
have a loose definition of the truth.
Yeah. And it's just like the way I like to be, a way I like to talk to people is just like, I like to try to learn things about them and, really connect with them on, a personal level.
Yeah.
And really know their deepest, darkest secrets.
Wow. What are you gonna do with that information?
I have a book of everyone's deepest, darkest secrets.
That's great.
Um,
So useful. But maybe we can connect with each other without revealing terrible things about ourselves, 'cause I don't know if that is always what defines us.
no, I know. I was just joking. I mean, yeah. Sometimes I don't know what to talk to people about. Like, I'm just like, other than like, oh, like, where are you from? Like, what do you do for work? What do you like doing? Um, what's
Where are
your
you from?
favorite
How many
pony?
siblings do you have?
Do you have health care?
What do you think
who are
about
you?
Israel Palestine?
What's your ideas?
What is your deepest, darkest secret?
My deepest, darkest secret is that inside jokes. Dude, we should just do a podcast like where we just do inside jokes.
Yeah.
No one will get it.
Like vomiting into the trash can.
Yeah.
Inside joke.
I mean, everybody does that.
Longest chode.
Longest chode.
Hilarious.
It's one of my closers.
You guys play Catan?
Hey, I really like when I'm playing Catan, and I get longest chode.
This guy looks like he has the longest chode. 2 victory points for you, sir.
Dude, wow.
I'm gonna tug and grow my foreskin back again.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
You should do that, man,
Tug
and grow.
my whore skin, because only people who are whores have foreskins.
So, what do you want to talk about? What do you guys want to talk about?
How do you like having a foreskin? Are your parents hippies?
It's no, dude. My mom is just like, she's like, I didn't want you to be hurt as a baby. I don't want your little baby.
Little baby Reilly cock.
And that was nice of her, I guess.
Yeah, very nice. It's terrible to cut off a baby's foreskin. That's so crazy that we do that.
It's pretty Jewish of us.
We're being so Jewy. But it's not just the Jews. It's also like, oh, cool, we can modify our bodies. It's like a tattoo.
Yeah. How do you feel about tattoos?
I feel great about them. I wish I had enough significant moments in my life that would warrant me getting a tattoo.
Why do you need a significant moment?
Because I don't want to mark my body for no reason. I would want to mark it for a reason.
That's what everyone says, dude. But like in the end, you're not marketing it for a reason. You're marketing because you want to get a tattoo, and you're just like, you'd be like, oh, I need to wait for the special stars to align on my arm. It's a tattoo that like God made. It's just like you go to a guy, he makes your body inky,
Well,
and
I just don't
you look
have
cooler.
an expertise in picking tattoos.
You just pick the one you like. You
I
should
know,
get
but
like
I'm not good at that. So I don't want to pick the wrong
pick
thing.
the aesthetic you're going for.
It's a hard thing to get into. It's like
It is. I feel that.
skydiving.
Yeah. It's just like once you're in, you're in.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
and then like and then you're hanging out with people with tattoos, and then they're like, "Oh, let me see your tattoo. You only have one tattoo,
yeah.
dude. You need to get tattoos. You need to get more tattoos." And I'm like, "Oh, do I? Like, fuck.
Then you're covered in
What did I
tattoos.
get myself into?"
Because I don't want to be like that person that has a bunch of shitty tattoos.
Yeah, you mean everyone with tattoos?
Yeah, everyone's tattoos suck.
I don't get it, dude.
You don't have tattoos.
No, I don't. I don't know if I'll ever get one.
It's like
I've
I want
always
to look
been like,
cool.
Yeah, I mean, but then, I mean it. Yeah. Do you think after you get a tattoo, you're just automatically cooler?
I think it shows that you're more carefree. That you're willing
I don't
to take
give
a
a
risk.
fuck about my body.
I don't care about being employed.
Yeah, that's what people with gauges do. I guess gauges aren't. What I mean, why is that bad to have a tattoo when
It's just
to get employed?
like circumcision. It's like a symbol that you belong to the group. And you're like, oh, you belong to the reptile, snake-eating, sword-swallowing group. Then go with them and live in the circus. Don't come to an office.
Yeah,
But now everyone has tattoos,
you
so
freak.
everyone's an outcast.
Freak show. Have you been to a freak show?
No.
Sword swallower.
Like the guy Dan that hosts the open mic at the
Does he swallow
grandstand.
swords
He sticks things in his face.
up his butt?
On his butt face.
Dude, I saw this like in New Orleans. I saw this street performer, and it was like a really, really good show. Like he brought the crowd in. Like he knew what to say to the crowd. Like he was telling jokes, and they were like funny ass jokes, and he just knew exactly what to do in every single moment. He was doing tricks and stuff, but like the main part of the show, really, what like the glue of the show was like him speaking to the audience and like connecting with the audience and like making everyone come together. And it was just like a really good show. You could tell he's practiced it a lot.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, dude, that guy is fucking talented, man. Because like he did that show while he was doing like all these crazy stunts and shit.
We're just talking. I think it's easier to make jokes when you're like, I'm going to swallow a sword in 5 seconds.
Right, yeah.
Because you know you're wasting their time for a reason.
Yeah, and everyone's like tensed up.
Yeah.
I
You can
feel that.
easily break the tension.
Right. Yeah, I feel that.
Maybe we should start swallowing swords.
Yeah. I'm going to swallow a sword, but first, what's up with dentists?
I don't like supporting local shawarmas or whatever. So, I mean, they have it easy because they're good at that social situation that they create. They create this tension of sword swallowing, and then in that arena, they're good at navigating the audience's emotions. And then hopefully we're good at navigating the audience's emotions that are just there to see a comedy show, or even when they're not there to see a comedy show, like last night.
At Shuckers?
At Shooksters, that was so weird. Just them staring at us as like they're just eating. Because I've been eating at restaurants, And I don't ever remember being like, you know what'd be great at this restaurant right now is if there were people talking about penises and sexual assault through a loudspeaker.
Yeah, I mean, like, I was just like, hey, so what's up with pedophiles? They're raping children. And they're like, dude, it's my 12th birthday today. No, but I actually thought it was not that bad. It was good, especially towards the end.
Of the show or your set?
The oyster show.
You thought the end of the oyster show was good?
Yeah. People were paying attention.
To you or the show?
The show.
I mean, they might have been quiet, but I don't think they were enjoying it.
Dude.
Like, what the fuck just happened? They were like traumatized.
It's like, yeah. Dude, well, that one guy who fucking complimented us in the back.
The long hair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the gorgeous mane.
Jesus bod. We weren't listening to a set at all. We were just talking to the people that we were talking to.
Well, you know, do what you can.
I mean, even we didn't care about the show.
I
We
did.
just
I mean,
performed.
I did.
You definitely did not care about the show
Yes, I tried to make it good.
by talking out loud in the back of the bar.
It wasn't loud.
I mean, it wasn't quiet.
Dude, yeah, that is crazy. Like, you never know how loud you're talking. Like, it's like you think you're talking quiet sometimes, but you're actually so loud.
Yeah.
And, like, people can hear you. People, like, have, like, a super sense hearing.
Yeah, that's what our evolution designed us, is to pick up human talking.
Pick up when people are talking bad about us.
We should have gone outside. I don't know why we sat in that bar, but I think it's because like it was a very fragile. Because I was talking to some person, and it was like I didn't want them to like go away, so I was like, oh, I get to talk to them right now, right here. So let's just talk. I don't want to like shake things up, or she might run away. But I think if we try to move the conversation, it would have been difficult. So it's like, let's just maintain this conversation here and ruin the show. It's worth it to have this conversation.
Yeah. I guess. Well, I also I had a beer. So like, and plus like, I didn't think I was talking that loud.
Well, I mean, whenever you're on stage and you see comedians not paying attention, it doesn't feel great. And I wish I hadn't.
Yeah,
been
but
in
like
that
it also.
eye line.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't feel great, but also it's just like whatever. As long as like you're out of the way, like you're not taken away from the show. Like you're just a comedian. Like it's not like you're part of the show. You're part of the audience.
Yeah, you're not really there for the show.
Yeah.
You're there to perform. So they should do that mental math. But like I would like to assume that whenever I start talking, people are interested. So it's like, I don't know. I think it's rude, and I wish I hadn't done it. But also it's like it was a shitty show anyways, so I don't really feel too bad. But overall, I try not to do that. I try, if I'm in the room, I try to pay attention. Or if I'm not gonna, I try to step out. Just because I don't want to be like, I don't want a comedian to see me and be like, that motherfucker doesn't respect me. I will hold a grudge and I will hate him forever.
Yeah, but do you think like people actually think that way? Like
I think that way.
when you see someone talking near your set.
Yeah, because it's like, this is my career. I thought I was good at this. And if someone's like clearly not enjoying it, then I feel bad.
But like as comedians, we watch comedy all the time. Like it's like it's like so what? Like if I don't see it now, I'll see it later. Like whatever. Like it's comedy, you know. Whatever it is, it's comedy, and I see it a lot all the time.
I would like to think it's not just comedy. Maybe that I'm doing another thing adding to the art form that people can't get other places. We had a good time yesterday. How was hanging at the creek? Saw Tony, saw Whitney Cummings.
Yeah.
Others.
Yeah, the creek's good, but it's just like overwhelming. Not overwhelming. It's just like there's too many powerful people there.
I'm afraid I'm gonna fuck up and like
Yeah.
blacklisted from comedy.
Yeah, I know. It's just like I don't want to be edge. I don't want to be on edge.
Yeah, I want to relax and just say whatever I want. I want to be able to yell balls or dick or vagina.
Do you do that?
Yeah.
I've never seen you do that.
Well, yeah, I mean, not that, but I want to let loose. I don't want to be like, oh no, Tony's right there. I don't want him to think that I'm a bally vagina type of guy.
Yeah, what if he started yelling it?
Balls! Vagina! I'd be like, this guy gets me.
I feel like, and then you both say it at the same time.
And we lock eyes.
Make eye contact. And then you both say vagina at the same time.
Violin music starts playing. And then we start a show called Kill Tony and Hans. The Kill Tony Hans version. With an Asian twist.
Kill Hans with an Asian with an Asian flair.
The sprinkling of kimchi.
So, yeah, so this is why I don't want to be smoking weed, is because, like, I'm really slow. You know, this podcast could be going fast. I could be railing off jokes.
But there are people who talk fast who are boring.
Yeah, well, I'm not one of those people.
I don't think you should try to talk fast. I think you should just try to talk slow really well, like Norm Macdonald. Would you go to Norm Macdonald and be like, hey, speed it up, buddy? That's too slow.
That's
It'd be
true.
funnier if you were faster. I mean,
Hey, so, yeah, but yeah, so I'm slow and
yes.
stupid.
And stupid and funny and
But I need to be slow and smart and funny. I need to read books and get knowledge. I need to exercise
yes,
my body,
and your mind,
my mind, my soul,
your penis,
penis.
your uncircumcised penis. Side of sexycomedians.com.
When I was in New Orleans, they did this thing where they did like a sexy calendar of the local comedians. It's pretty funny. They have like a good community down there.
Nice. I didn't know that. I thought it was like mostly like a drinking party town.
Yeah, it is. But there's a lot of cultural arts and, metrosexual terminologies.
Being flung around Bourbon Street.
Yeah, like,
Pansexual.
dude, yeah, I went to an open mic, and then outside of that, there was like this like peep show, like sexy, circusy, freaky like store, and it was right next to like when I wanted a slice of pizza. So I was like walking to get a slice of pizza, and it was just like 2 cents. It was like 2 cents to look at my tits, or like it was like women with like a bunch of rings all over her face, and just like people wearing hats and denim vests and mustaches, and it was like and I had to and
Sex.
and it was just like, that's what New Orleans is about. Like it's just like a weird, different type of life.
Yeah.
Not like all like sexy stuff,
Like
but like
aberrant. on the fringes of society or like
Yeah.
testing the limits. Oh, I feel like in the South they're very uptight. So when you have a Bourbon Street, they go all out. They have to make up for all the sex that everyone in the country isn't having. And they come in from the country to New Orleans and they're like, let's do all the things that are natural and sexual urges that we've been repressing.
Dude, Bourbon Street is like so grimy, dude.
It's like 6th Street.
It's like 6th Street on crack, dude. Like, it's like I couldn't even stay there long because I just felt like so grimy. There was just griminess in the air. You could just feel the corruption and the sexual deviance in the air. You could feel just like the devil, basically.
Yeah.
Just like bad energy. And you can feel that on 6th Street too.
Yeah.
But on Bourbon Street is way worse. And
They
it's
embrace
crazy
it.
how that stuff sticks around, like sticks to the air. Like even if you're not religious or spiritual at all, like you gotta admit, like you can feel that shit.
Yeah.
You can feel like a shift in energy.
Yeah. You're like, well, gotta watch out. Someone's gonna try to stick something inside my butt on this street. Feel a little tingling in my anus.
And I ate some gumbo
Of course.
and
Jambalaya.
and some Creole and
Creole.
Cajun Creole.
Sounds delicious. They're right by the sea, the Mississippi and the Gulf.
Yeah,
Good seafood. It's a weird town. I mean, they're very free and independent. Battle of New Orleans.
Yeah, they are, and hey, God bless them.
You're doing great. Keep it up. Even though you said it's devilish and satanic.
No, not all of it. Just that.
That's the devil, the demon of New Orleans.
The devil, dude.
Making your hands clumsy.
Wait, hold on.
What do you think about Austin becoming the new comedy city?
I think that it is cool. It's cool.
We have a
Yeah.
head start because everything's open here and then not.
I know.
And
We
then
have
anywhere
the
else.
first dip. We have the
Yeah.
first slice. The first lick.
Texas.
Dude, nothing like a first lick. If you're sharing an ice cream or something that you have to like both use the same thing for, utensil or whatever for, dude, or like sipping something, dude, the first lick, nothing like it.
Okay. Or like
'Cause
having
then-
sex with a virgin.
Cause that, I mean, you get like, you don't have to like have their germs like on you. You just have it fresh. Fresh lick.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a germaphobe.
The texture is different when you're licking something freshly scooped as opposed to something that's been licked.
Yeah, that too. It's like sloppy. It's like a little bit like
Wet.
sticky and
Saliva ice cream.
yeah. Second lick.
We're first licking Austin right now.
Or you like so like if you're getting into a car, like if you're getting into a backseat of a car, are you like a left, like right seat, middle guy? Like where are you going?
Probably behind the passenger seat because then you can ask them to push the seat forward and you get more leg room.
That's true. That's a good point. Unless the driver is shorter than the passenger.
Yeah, that's a good point. Then you sit behind the driver.
Middle. How do you feel about middle?
Never the middle.
Dude, I enjoy the middle sometimes.
Unless there's two girls.
yeah, but the middle is cool because you're kind of a part of the front of the car a little bit. You're like you're the mediator between the back and the front of the car. You can lean forward. You can be, you
Yeah.
could probably even touch the radio if you needed to. You have authority. You have ability.
You're in the center.
You're in the center. That's why I like it.
The whole car centers around you. But you have that weird
It's a
raised up
responsibility,
bump of
though.
a seat.
What?
You're raised up a little bit, and it's like a really narrow bump, and your ass is sliding off. It's like you're on the top of a hill, and your ass keeps sliding either way. Your seatbelt isn't a real seatbelt, and if you get into a car crash, you're going straight through the windshield.
That's the one thing. It's like there's a lot of risk, but hey, risk equals reward.
You gotta live a little.
You gotta live a little in the middle. Live in the middle.
You can't control the windows.
Malcolm in the middle.
Yeah. You have to ask people if you want to change the climate control.
Dude, honestly, having good posture, like, hurts. Does it hurt to you?
I mean, not when I do it right.
Dude, it makes my back tired. Like, it's just so much stacked up on my back. Like the spine is just, like, stacked up.
Yeah.
And it's just, like, if I have it, like, normally I'm like this. It's, like, not as much pressure.
Yeah. You're supposed to, like, slouch.
No, I thought you were supposed to have good posture.
I mean, if you want to relax, and, like, so that you're not... Yeah, you're supposed to, like, slouch so that you're not so tired or, like... Yeah, so you're relaxed. Because if you're you just want to, like, lay down or whatever as much as possible.
But I thought it was good for you to, like, have your spine lined.
When you're walking, maybe. But if you're, like, just laying down, just take all the pressure off. But have you seen that Louis C.K. thing on a show where he goes to the doctor and he's like, your spine was meant to be a coat hanger because we're supposed to walk on all fours.
Yeah.
And now we're making it into a column. So it's not going to be the perfect tool for the job.
Yeah, but do you think that's actually true? I mean, yeah, gorillas walk on fours, but we're not gorillas.
We evolved recently to walk upright.
Yeah.
And we're still transitioning. We're still working out the kinks.
Dude, it wasn't that recent.
Well, there's like a number you can put to it. We can figure it out. And it's like...
yeah, pretty long ago.
Yeah, but not as long as we've been walking on all fours.
That's not true, dude. I bet gorillas weren't invented that long.
You don't know anything about...
Dude,
biology or evolution.
Dude, I took a biology course in college.
To communicate how little you know about biology.
No, it is required. I went to a liberal arts school.
We have not been walking upright a lot. We've been mostly walking on all fours until recently.
Dude, okay, think about when humans came about. It was like BC, like fucking trillion, 10,000 BC.
No.
Yes.
200,000 years ago is when Homo sapiens, came about.
Dude, what about 10,000 BC, the movie?
That's civilization. Civilization was 10,000 years ago. So it was like pre-civilization.
No.
Transitioning.
That's 12,000 years ago. Dude, I mean, the human was 200,000 years ago. 200,000 BC.
But we've been like Neanderthals and shit, or like related to them. Like we've been walking upright before Homo sapiens.
The gorillas? Dude, that would be crazy, bro. If you were a gorilla and you just saw like these two guys just started walking upright. They're like, what the fuck? What is up with those guys?
They have no hindquarters, but their front is very large.
They get like discriminated against. We don't serve stand-uppers in this bar.
If we didn't have them, we'd never have stand-up
Better take
comedy.
your spine and get the hell out of here.
Yeah, knuckle draggers.
All right, you knuckle draggers. Jeff Ross had a good roast on Shaq. Or I think it was Jeff Ross. He's like, hey, your knuckles are scraped, Shaq. Did you walk here?
That's funny. Because he's like animalistic.
He's just like, yeah, like giant.
That's funny on many levels. It's like you have to use your knuckles to walk, and also like who would walk here? Anyways.
Who's walking here? Hey, Shaq, I'm walking here.
Hey, who's that? Where are you walking towards? It's a nice New Yorker. Hey, you're walking there.
Hey, I'm walking here, but so are you, so it's all good. You know, we could get along.
You're walking over there, but pedestrians have the right of way, so I'll stop.
Dude, I like Derek's bit about the gay New Yorker. Hey, you want to fuck? Are we fucking or what?
I like his bit about how all women are beautiful, you know, like, or whatever. We need to be inclusive to all women because women come in all shapes and sizes. It's just that some of those shapes and sizes are disgusting.
That's his joke?
Yeah.
That's good.
We're just doing Derek's jokes on our podcast now. This
Shout
podcast.
out Derek Dimple.
I liked Dylan Jarbo's bit about cryptocurrency being used by Bloods.
I don't know him.
He's from Jacksonville, Florida. Everyone's coming here. Everyone's new here, and it's great. I love it. I think that we should all be new.
Nude?
That'd be great.
That would be nice, like a nude night, a nude open mic.
Then we find out who has the biggest cock. Flaccid cock. Find out who's turned on.
There's like 3 people with boners.
Boner of the night goes to.
Boner alert. Oh, we got one.
Perky nipples alert.
Kevin has a boner.
Put it in. I wish there was more orgies in public.
I would like that. Not to participate in, but it'd be like a nice like, huh?
Yeah, this is a welcoming community.
Oh, nice.
You can pretty much do anything
wow.
here.
Oh, that's cool. It's like you know when you like see like something, you know, an event going on, you don't really want to participate. You don't really want to participate in it, but you're glad to see it because you're glad like people are doing stuff like near you. You're like, oh,
yeah, like
nice.
a farmer's market.
Yeah, but I actually like farmers markets if they have like vegetables. I went to the one in Austin. It was just like beeswax lotion and like CBD and like fucking stupid shit, dude. Like earrings and like
rocks,
necklaces and hats. I'm like, what the fuck? I just want. What happened to the farmer part of it?
Yeah,
This is just a market.
they're just souvenirs.
It's like, yeah, dude.
It's like shit you can't sell at Walmart because it sucks.
They're like local businesses. Just cool.
Yeah, they're like, let's go to a farmer's market. Maybe they'll buy our shit there because no one else buys it otherwise.
I think I saw a Cutco tent. Like,
well, I think that's what happens because in Texas, everything's owned by big corporations. So there's no local farmers. Everything's like Purdue chickens. So
dude, that's what I do like is
here.
they do sell local meat there. And like, if I was a cook, if I was cooking a lot, if I had a good income, like that would be great. But I don't.
Fresh farm to table.
I need to buy cheap stuff.
Yeah, because you're not a restaurant.
Also, I'm not rich. If I was rich, I could buy farm to table.
Yeah, it's expensive.
It's expensive to have good taste, to have expensive taste.
It's expensive to not get fat. eat
That's
at
also
Sonic
true.
every
Dude, like
day.
some of the like the food insecurity is like pretty bad in places like where there's not a lot of people and there's only like Walmart and like Chick-fil-A and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like it's like they don't have the nutrients for like they don't have the
Necessary ingredients.
like Yeah, like if they wanted fresh ingredients, they would have to like drive like 3 hours away, dude. Like,
Yeah.
and it's just like, damn, like
It's
that
a food
sucks.
desert.
It's like there's like having good food in your body is like the most important thing. Like one of that was
Yeah.
like that's like one of the 5 essential things. And
Yeah,
it's like it's not
because
just food, it's like good food like that actually nourishes you.
yeah,
Water that actually quenches your body thirst.
and
Water
isn't
that
full of metal
and shelter
like
that
flint.
isn't hazardous and what's the other
Yeah,
ones?
food,
Food, water,
shelter,
shelter,
society,
Netflix,
friendship,
weed,
mother,
sex, porn.
job.
Yeah, I thought there was 5 things.
But don't you think that it's because America was founded on slavery, so we're used to treating people shitty?
I mean, it's not just slavery.
It's also sharecroppers and
Wait,
indentured servants.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that's a new pattern of thinking or of doing. I'm saying that's just like a thing that's happening now that
Yeah,
sucks.
that's like the new plantation houses or the slaves' quarters.
No, I don't think it's that bad.
I think it's pretty
Slave
evil.
to your health.
They're like just stuck in a little factory where they don't have any of the stuff that they need. They're like stuck in like this giant parking lot basically with no
Yeah.
food and shit. They have to go to fast food. But that's why I like New York, because even if you're in the shitty neighborhoods, you can just take a train to Whole Foods, even though it might be far.
Yeah, I love Whole Foods so much, man. It's so good. It's so good.
You're the people that we were making fun of in our Whole Foods sketch.
And it's just like, yeah, like my mom. I'm grateful to my mom who would like always make organic, like good food, and like always go to Whole Foods and stuff. And now it's just like I gotta eat like so shitty.
Yeah, but you eat pretty good. Make salads.
Yeah, when I cook,
But it's so inefficient to just cook for yourself.
I know it is.
It's better
But
if
that's why I meal prep. Like I have like I
Blue
like
Apron.
I cook some like chicken and like some vegetables and rice and stuff.
You freeze it.
I put it in the fridge. I'm gonna have it after this. I made my own like halal cart shawarma,
Local shawarma.
chicken and rice.
Hey, buddy. You want spicy? How spicy?
Yeah, dude, those are the best, man. Hey, that's halal.
I love the white sauce.
Yeah, it's so good. I like tried to recreate it. It's not as good, but it's close.
That's crazy. They can make it in a little, 2x2 like cart, and you can't even make it with your whole kitchen.
Well, it's just like I didn't try that hard. I used my own ingredients. Like I didn't like follow a recipe.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably do it if you wanted to.
Yeah, I will.
I mean, you're white. You don't have to be good at Middle Eastern food. You can just get good at bangers and mash or fucking spotted
What's
dick.
bangers?
Bangers, I think, is French fries. Or no, I don't know. Yeah, maybe. They have so many different names for French fries in England. Chips. Fish and chips. Damn, that washing machine's really loud.
Yeah.
I think people don't think about noise. Because, like, if you're not doing a podcast, you're like, whatever, the washing machine. We're, like, good at tuning shit out. Because we got, like, a supercomputer in our head.
Right. We're like, brain, tune out, washing machine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tune out, crack whore,
Hey.
dying in the streets.
But also, your brain is hard to control sometimes, and you can have thoughts that are hard to think about and hard to ignore.
Yes. Like that time that I don't know. Oh, that time that girl yelled at us for filming drunk people.
No, I don't think about that. I don't give a fuck
That
about
was my
that.
most recent shitty thing I couldn't get out of my head.
Really? You
Yeah.
were upset?
For a couple days. I was upset that she would try to make me feel bad. Like I felt like
Right.
she was just picking a thing and like going on and on about it.
Yeah.
And it felt very evil and shitty. It's like, okay, change this conversation. Like, why do you keep on going on about it? And I didn't want to be rude because I'm not out there to be rude to people because I was proving my point. And then she just shit all over me. And it's like, maybe I should be rude to these motherfuckers, these drunk assholes who think that other people are, just a crop for them to use because that's what they think. I'm not doing that. She did that to me. But yeah, anyways, that's a regret. I wish I was meaner to her.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool. I mean, sorry that you feel bad about that.
What do you regret?
Dude, but like, it's just like, I mean, that's not really a regret. You didn't do anything wrong. She was in the wrong.
Yeah, so something where I'm more
That's
a bad
that's what
person.
I focus on, is like things that I did that are embarrassing.
Well, I do that too. Like, what's one of them?
I don't know. Like event, like they'll happen, and it's just like something small, but then I'll forget about it like a few weeks later. And then I have a new
Yeah.
thing, and then I have new things
But
that like
sometimes-
I get embarrassed about.
Sometimes old ones pop up, and you're like, oh, I did that. Fuck.
It's like it's normally when I'm drunk and like I just like say something that I wouldn't have said sober. Or not that it's like a bad thing, but I just like,
Yeah.
act.
Oh, one time I was on a date, and there was like a bar, and there were people right next to me, and then I said to my date, you look like you read a lot of books, and she's like, what do you mean? I was like, you look like a nerd. And then the lady next to me was like, she was like looking at me like, why did you say that? Like I felt like so
Wow.
stupid because I called a girl a nerd on a date.
Did she like it?
No. She's like, what do you mean? Oh, okay.
I mean,
Anyways.
yeah, you look like a nerd. Dude, why is nerd so bad though?
Because they're not sexy, because they're in their heads, they're not in the real world, they're physically.
Nerds are hot. I don't know if you've seen Revenge of the Nerds. I've never seen it.
Yeah, nerds are hot. But non-nerds are usually hotter.
Non-nerd. I'm a non-nerd.
I'm an anti-nerd.
I'm Antifa.
Antina.
Antifa looby dooby dappy.
This podcast has devolved. This is the limits of our intellectual thoughts. I mean, what do you want to talk about? We should have a topic.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I want to talk about how I don't know where I'm doing in life and going. And I mean, I know where I'm going. I know that it's eventually going to work out. But it's just like, I don't know how to enjoy the little things. Like, my big picture is very focused. But like, it's just like, I'm just like waiting. Like, I'm just like,
I feel like you want to do a lot of different things because you're insecure and you don't want to be defined by comedy.
I'm fine with being defined by comedy.
Then just do comedy a bunch. Don't worry about going to live shows.
But like for myself, like I don't want to do it for myself. Like I want to do other things for myself. Like I'm fine with if the world sees me as a comedian, but like for me, I want to like do other shit.
Well, you can be interested in anything, so why don't you just choose to be interested in comedy?
It's not a choice.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
You can't just like go like, oh, whatever I'm feeling right now. You gotta be like, I gotta do this right now, and I'm gonna find this interesting.
No, I think it's just like whatever you want to do in that second, in
But
that
you're
time.
a slave to your emotions. You're like,
It's
oh,
like-
I feel like doing this, and then you have to do it. But if you had more discipline, you could direct your energies.
Dude, it's just like I don't have to do anything. I could do whatever I want in whatever I want on an impulsive level.
I know that's not a good thing
Yeah, why not?
because it's not disciplined. It's not
Who cares?
in a
dude?
direction.
That's how you're supposed to live in the moment.
Why do you think there's a way you're supposed to live?
Why do you think there's a way you're supposed to live?
Because one way is more successful than the other
In terms of what?
in terms of accomplishing the goals that you set out to accomplish.
Well, my goal is to live.
That's
in the
very
moment.
amorphous and not concrete, and will
So what, dude? Our lives
give
aren't
you
concrete.
spinning around,
We're
just following your
we're
every
We're
emotion.
dust in the wind.
I mean, you can do a bunch of things, but you shouldn't like not do the comedy that is your main focus because you
I
think
know,
you have to
I'm
do other
still
things.
gonna do it.
That's great. I'm glad you're doing it still.
But that wasn't even what I was referring to when I initially brought up this topic.
You're worried about where you're headed in life.
No, I'm just like I can't. Like I'm just like. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I'm just waiting. Like I'm just like. Dude, like I know it's all gonna work out for me, but right now I'm just like, I don't know what to do in the meantime.
Get better at comedy so that you can make it quicker.
Yeah, I guess.
Could-
Yeah. Instead of just like putzing around, that's what I love to do. Is just lay around and lay in my own energy.
But I mean, we can do that while working towards our goal. Like this is pretty easy. This is like one
This
step
is not easy.
removed from laying around.
This is not
So-
easy, dude.
But relatively, like as opposed to like going out grocery
right
shopping.
now, right now, I wouldn't even be talking. I would be laying down and on my phone watching TikToks or.
I mean, this is like something that we can do that will actually help us a little bit
I
go
know.
towards our goal.
I know. So that's why I want to try at it.
Yeah, we're doing it. Look at us try. We're trying so hard.
This is a good try. Great try.
This is a great learning experience for us.
The Learning Express. Did you ever
The learning index.
So, dude, do you remember when silly bands were a thing?
No.
Do you know silly?
No.
Yeah, it was when you were like in your 20s, I think.
I'm a decade older than you.
You're a dectramatist.
What was your year of your birth?
1998.
I'm 89, so I'm 9 years older than you.
Well, 9 years is not that long.
Yeah.
Just another 10. Did the camera go out?
Yeah.
Let's wrap it up.
So, let's wrap it up. But what do you have to say about this podcast?
Oh, I think that I think it's not gonna get good until I actually put some effort into it.
I think it's good that we delved into your malaise and your tiredness. I think the way out is through. We just got to get you as lazy and tired as possible. And then,
Why?
because then you'll be like barely trying, and then we'll like put funny things in front of your face, and you'll say whatever is on the top of your mind.
No.
And it'll be funny because it's like, oh, look, this comatose
No.
slob on the couch is remarking on things.
No.
Yes.
I'm not gonna sacrifice.
You don't say no. You yes and.
I'm not gonna sacrifice my values for
Your
comedy.
values are cumbersome and
My values are
inflexible.
being healthy.
Your values are preventing comedy from happening in this moment.
Are we still rolling?
Yeah.
No, we're not.
Acoustically, we
Dude,
are.
I don't. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna.
It wasn't a serious consideration. It was like a hypothesis that we could have played with. But if you just say no and take it seriously, then there's
I
no
want to stop
play.
smoking weed.
This isn't about stopping smoking weed. This is about your general malaise.
Yeah, well, I don't think I'll have it when I stop.
Well, we can talk about it abstractly so that you can better handle it instead of making it all about a substance, which is not the real root of the problem.
Yeah, it is.
Why? Because Nancy Reagan told you so? I mean, don't you think that your life would be better if we had a society that was a little more helpful to you?
No. I think I have to solve it on my own.
You don't think you could use a group to help you?
No.
Don't you think it'd be advantageous if you did have the ability to use a group to help you?
Why are you doing a political spin on this?
As a group political, I think it's just, I think like a lot of your problems are not from you, and you're trying to change yourself to fix these problems that aren't originating from you,
Well, where are they originated from?
from the world we live in.
I mean, you are the creator of your own universe. You can make your life what you want it.
Really, can you get healthcare or change the streets outside to make it more walkable?
Yeah.
No, you can't. You'll get arrested.
Here.